due to copyright and copyright infringements, as well as potential demonetization from YouTube. There will be no music by anyone else. However, I will be either singing or paraphrasing a couple movie quotes as well as a song. That's right, people. You get to hear the brothers sing. So sit back, relax, and let's get this party started. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's just darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Matthews. I am your host, and this here is Psychologics. This is truly a Black Friday for the Cowboy Nation. Another loss sets the Cowboys record to 6-6. But you say, hey, Brian, at least they're ranked number one in their division. Well, I say to you, my good friend, the NFC East is garbage. So if you call 6-6 respectable, then you're blind. Or I would say umde, aka dumb. No, it's not good. Anyway, right now the Cowboys played the Bills, or they played the Bills last night, and it was pretty, to me, evident that they were going to lose. How does Dak Prescott throw an interception to a freaking blitzing lineman? Doesn't make any sense, huh? Then he gets a fumble like 2 or 3 plays later. Fortunately for them, they didn't really lead to anything. But when you look at the stats, you say, hey, Cowboys go at 18 first downs to the Bills 10. Total yards, 213, not that great. But the Bills only had 179. Passing yards, Cowboys had 141. Bills had 117. Rushing yards, Cowboys had 72. They just left Zeke behind, my G. Bills 62. Penalties, who cares about penalties? Turnovers, Bills 0, Cowboys 2. And time of possession total, Cowboys had 16 minutes, 18 seconds to the Bills, 13 minutes, 42 seconds. In all respect, the numbers say, hey, they're highly favorable to the Dallas Cowboys. But there's one set of numbers that matters the most. The final score, 26-15, Thanksgiving Day, at home. And I'm pretty sure, now y'all bear with me, I'm going to try to do some voiceover acting type stuff. So just bear with me. I'm pretty sure at the very beginning, Jason Garrett was giving that pep talk to the Cowboys. He was saying, we are gathered here today to do a job. God told and explained to Jonah that the essence of love is to labor. And for something to make something grow, that love and labor are inseparable. One loves from which one labors, and one labors from which one loves. When we get out on that gridiron, we do what we have labored all week for. Now, I want every man to think about his responsibility, his role. It will take a total effort by a committed, dedicated, never say die, never give up group of 45 individuals who have come together as one. Now, the stands are packed with your friends and family, and I won't even mention that your wives and lady friends will be watching. Do you want to let them down? Do you want to make a bad representation on Thanksgiving as America's team? Do you want to lose another Thanksgiving game? Do you want me to lose my job? And then 60 minutes later, when you were a baby in your crib, your father looked down at you and he said one thing: one day my son will grow up to play for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, look at you now. You're a Cowboy. You just got your candy asses whooped by a bunch of gosh darn Bills. Freaking Bills! Well, if I were you, I would do something about it. I would get up and redeem myself in the eyes of my father, my maker, and my coach. Thank you very much. I'm rolling it. Oh, man. But all jokes aside, it's fair to say that Dak Prescott played well enough not to be the complete blame for the loss. I'd be a liar if I would say I did not buy into the Dak Prescott hype. I was so done with Romo. I had a jersey. I would burn it, but I paid money for that thing. So, no, it just seems somewhere collecting dust. People burn jerseys. I don't understand that. It's kind of dumb. You paid for it, so why burn it? Just sell it or something. At least get $2 for it. Yeah. It seemed that when Romo went down for the final time that Dak was going to be the answer. Wrong. Dak Prescott is nothing more than premium saltine crackers, my G. You're saying, what do you mean, Brian? Well, let me explain. You see, premium saltine crackers are good and tasty. Real tasty. But they aren't as good as those light and flaky, buttery Keebler Club crackers. No, sir. You see, the premium saltine gets the job done when you're hungry. But after eating them for a minute, you realize, dang, bruh, these some dry-ass crackers. And Zeke is like the peanut butter and jelly you put on the crackers to make it better. But it's still not good enough. Now, ultimately, the coach is the heartbeat of the team. Well, from what I hear, Jason Garrett's a pretty good guy. But he doesn't have that killer instinct. He's not a killer. Jason Garrett spent most of his career as a backup. Now, a backup's mentality is to step in when needed. It's not really leading the way. Now, I'm sure he started somewhere prior to his pro career, perhaps. But ultimately, how can a backup motivate starters? I mean, guys who are and have been and always will be clearly better than he was. Former Dallas Cowboys receiver Des Bryant said Coach Jason Garrett struggles to relate to black players in a post on social media. Bryant added in the same message that he doesn't think Garrett is a racist. Now, I can't offer any credence to that fact. It doesn't make any sense. I don't even know why someone would say that. But I did hear a couple of sports analysts say there was something to that. But, as controversies I tend to make my topics, football, coaching, at this point right now, they want to make it black and white. Now, however, I can say this. Potentially, Jason Garrett has lost a good portion of his team because they're not playing the same. Now, Cowboys' next game is against the 6-6 Bears in Chicago. It's going to be cold in Chicago. Now, right now, from what I see, I checked the weather. It shouldn't be like really bad conditions. We saw the really bad conditions in New England and how the Cowboys fared. So the thing about being cold, that football becomes hard, and I potentially see a big game for Zeke. If we can open up the line, we're good. Chicago does have a nice defense, and they have a good pass rush. So you got to be very, very careful of sitting holding the ball all day, Dak. Even if Dallas does make it to the playoffs, a first-round win seems highly improbable. And a trip to the Super Bowl, unfathomable. Just can't see it. But hey, you can either take the blue pill, and the story ends, you wake up in your bed and prepare for next year. Or you can take the red pill, stay in Wonderland, and ride the pain train to the final whistle. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. If you like this podcast and want to hear more, please subscribe and follow me on Anchor and YouTube for the video representation. I'm actually listed on 7 different podcast hosting sites, and you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram under the name Psychologics, Sykallogics. I had a great time doing this podcast. I did a little voiceover acting. I hope y'all laughed as much as I thought it was funny. Please leave comments. Say, hey, Brian, that was good. Or, Brian, stop. No, sir, don't do that again. But until then, I'm waiting for Chicago. Oh, no, by the way, yes, I am a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm still a Dallas Cowboy fan. And guess what pill I'm taking, my G? Ha, ha, ha. I'm taking the red pill. I'm riding the pain train, baby, all the way to the final whistle. Because just like when Dallas only won 1 game, I was there. I had my jersey on for a second, but I was too chubby to wear it, so I took it off. That's the real truth. Anyway, this is Brian Matthews. You have been listening to Psychologics, and I hope you have a great day. We're out.